now that you guys are fathers of daughters, because your daughters are young,
Yeah.
has your view on your personal views on masculinity, if you'd like to unpack what it was, and then how you guys see it now,
That has changed.
having daughters?
Yeah.
I think generally, whether it was a boy or girl, I think just fatherhood itself changes everything. I was actually talking to someone, I was talking to my cousin on the weekend, which generally doesn't happen for a lot of people. The day my daughter came, actually they come and then they get folded and whatever. Following day, baby needs to wash.
Or went back to your traditional home or Kyle Cool?
No, we're still in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And we are now in the hospital. Kutwa, hey, someone needs to come watch the baby. My partner, of course, cesarean can't.
Yeah.
So from that day onwards, everything changes because you grow up in a home where males are made to seem like you're a dad, you behave like this, you don't do certain things. I had to go learn how to wash the baby. The next couple of days, I had to figure out that whole system, changing, washing, and doing all of those things. So it completely just, it sort of flips your world around because everything that you perceived of...
Did you grow up with a father in the home?
No.
So where was your view on manhood or fatherhood? What shaped that?
So what I think from my side, what shaped that is, of course, my uncle Malum, my mother's brothers, and you'd see, like then you in the rural Eastern Cape, they grew up, went to bayofunda babuya basebenza khona, so that it's a lot of rural ways of thinking of how to father and how to be a man in the household. So you sort of pick up those things from there and you see how they move around, and then you assume
that's what fatherhood looks like.
That's what fatherhood looks like. They weren't shit guys, but like you could see there's things that they're not doing endlini. Kukhona nje, yabona. Women roles for like male roles. So it sort of flipped my world around, as much as I had told myself already because you've seen what you've seen and you've seen it not work at times, so you want to do the best that you can. Yeah. So I think immediately it changes. And you view being a man and masculinity in a very different way.
How did you view it before? The roles that you viewed it in terms of masculinity being gender roles, there's things that women do and men do.
Yeah, I think for the longest time in my life, I viewed it like that. As much as, so my home context is a little bit different because Kuliswe by my grandmother and my mother, and in my grandmother's household, we as boys, my brother and I, had to do everything.
Yeah.
Ungena kwi-roof, uyalungisa,
Gezitsha,
but whenever I used to go home to my mother's house, because we've got a sister, I used to sit like a king.
Oh wow, okay.
You see, so it's like you're learning something that's proactive and productive. But when I used to go to my mother's home, my bed gets made.
Oh wow.
Because that's my mother has grown up with brothers ukhuliswe by the dad and father, so that's how they learned.
Yeah.
You wake up, your bed gets made. Part of it is that my mother's particular, but part of it is also because we've got a sister. Bed yenziwa, breakfast comes, we eat, we put the dishes, straight deal.
So lunch now your view now is no longer gender roles.
No.
It's more whoever's available type of thing.
Definitely.
Sure. When at Tebza, is it similar? But when you grew up with your dad is amazing. Nah, he is, eh? Yo, bro. You feel like your dad is like legit, bro. So like when you see his dad and you see the interactions, like Tina's cool, when a single mother, we're like, wow. Obviously, you had your challenges that we would understand.
Sure. Yeah, and I think I'm in between now. I still believe in gender roles. I can't cook. I'm forced to peg.
Can you learn?
No, I have.
Why don't you want to learn how to cook?
You can't learn.
Gents, are
That's
you
so
guys putting me?
sexist.
All
That's so sexist.
right,
That's so
all
sexist.
right. Jesus.
Jesus.
Wait, season. It's not a safe space anymore.
What a misogynist.
I think you want to say you can't cook the things that you want to eat.
So I think there are certain things that I'm interested in learning from a feminine perspective. Like anything that deals with my kid, anginandaba.
You do.
Feminine yin anginandaba.
Yes.
Every single thing. You can name it, anything. Whether it's bottles, pampers, whatever it is that deals in I don't care. Gender roles, no.
Sure.
But there is with the relationship, there's a thing of who is the primary caregiver. That is very clear. When you're the primary caregiver, meaning secondary. Marama seknyiwa, akuna ukuthi primary or secondary.
You jump
But in
in.
our general day-to-day existence of every single day, there's a primary caregiver. She does all of that. Magniwa, it's whatever.
I wonder if the reason why you guys are moving like this is it because you have a daughter or is it because you have one child?
I think it's probably a one child.
Because I look at myself, I look at my brother. When we had one, we also like, no, there's no gender roles here. I do everything. So I was and I was changing nappies. And then the second one came, you're like, do I really need to do this?
Yeah.
And by the third one, you're like, whoa, nope. I ain't doing nothing.